Hi Taurus, welcome to your reading for mid-August, so the last few weeks of August going into the beginning of September. I hope that you have had a great August so far. In the UK we've had loads of beautiful sunny weather, and we did have a storm. Was it yesterday morning or the morning before? You know what I've said before, I was terrified of storms when I was younger, and somehow I've grown to love them. And listening to the sound of the thunder, call me weird, but it almost sounded like music. As weird as that might sound, it was really beautiful. Yeah, right, okay, so in front of us we have books from the decks, the oracle decks I'm going to be using for today's reading. So I did a meditation, as I have done for each sign, before I recorded this, and there's a reference to a leg injury. So if you or someone you know has a leg injury, like you've cut your leg, the shin part, you know, please make sure you get that checked out properly and just keep an eye on it. Be careful of somehow getting a leg injury, whether it's you cut yourself. I don't know how you'd end up cutting yourself with a knife by accident, but that's a possibility. Be careful when driving. Be careful if you're using tools or riding a bicycle. But yeah, that's something to be aware of. And as I say, if you do get a leg injury or someone you know has one, then be sure to get that checked out. So yeah, that was the meditation. We're going to get on with your reading anyway. We're going to start off with a message from the African Goddess Rising book first of all. So what do we need to know for Taurus, Sun, Moon and Rising for the last few weeks of August going into the beginning of September? You've got two. Okay, I felt like I needed to look at the bottom, and we've got this card, and this is a funny one to pronounce. I haven't figured it out yet. I'm not even going to try, but you can see what it says because I'm just going to spend like 10 seconds butchering it. Celestial alignment. I need to learn how to pronounce it. It doesn't tell you in the book how to say it properly. And you also have, she's shown up a couple of times today actually already. Number 6, Sarah or Sarah Lakali, Divine Lineage. And we have 43, Abel Nimba, Harvest. So I'll put those there for you. And what was the one on the bottom? Celestial alignment. I feel like taking that as well because that harvest card is there and the divine lineage. It feels really relevant. I don't know where the hell I'll fit it on the table, but I think it needs to be there. There's a reason, because when I was I didn't see it initially, and then when I was getting these out, the first two, I kept on hearing bottom, 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 as in look at the bottom of the deck. That's kind of the best I can do, to be honest, with the space I've got here. So I'll put them like that. Hopefully you can see something of that. But yeah, that celestial alignment seems relevant. We've just had the Lionsgate portal as well, haven't we? So that might be specifically relevant. Is there a number 8 here anywhere? No, there isn't. That might be very relevant for you. The Lionsgate that we just had, and the shadow period, they say, is until the past it now by the time I'm recording this, but obviously the effects could last longer than that, because if it's a portal, it's a gateway to something for you, isn't it? So the impact of that can be longer lasting. Let's get your tarot cards out and see what comes up. So Taurus, Sun, Moon and Rising, what else do we need to know for you? So I would say the first thing that comes in is, well, yeah, something's in alignment. You've got the word alignment in there anyway, but with harvest being there, that connects to alignment. And then with divine lineage, in this particular card, it speaks of like the ancestors or your spiritual team rooting for you. So yeah, right, what do we need to know for Taurus, Sun, Moon and Rising? We've got the King of Pentacles. To me, that kind of connects with that harvest energy. What else do we need to know? So one fell, it was the Moon. The Empress wanted to come out. She's connected strongly to abundance as well. One more. And you have the Page of Cups. I've got a very itchy nose in this reading for some reason. So I'm going to look in the book at these messages. So number 6, I've read it so many times today, I should know it off by heart at this point. So she's the goddess of divine lineage, great ancestress, Sarah, I don't know if it's Sarah or Sarah. So I'll say Sarah. Sarah Lakali, meaning Sarah the Black, was an Egyptian prophetess and the patron saint of the Romani people. Oral history says that Saint Sarah had the highest divine lineage. Her guidance says, your ancestors protect the Holy Grail. The Holy Grail is you. Divine ones walk beside and within you. Trust. Your ancestors want to remind you that you are not alone. They are rooting for you. They ask you to honor your spirit guides and call upon the power of the divine. Create or nourish your ancestral altar or shrine. Unbury your ancestors, speak their names. Your divine lineage ancestors may be blood related or culturally or spiritually connected. The goddess declaration says, I am my sister and my sister is me. Got distracted then because I was looking at the Empress, and obviously the Empress is a nurturing energy. So for some, that could represent the energy of having ancestors, angels, you know, whoever or whatever you consider your spiritual team to be. That could be what you consider to be them helping to nurture you in this King of Pentacles energy, so that you can be in alignment and, you know, the harvest energy. Let's look at the harvest energy, and I don't remember what number it was, 43, 7. So it's the same as in the tarot, isn't it, when you think of the 7 of Pentacles. So 43, Abal Nimba, she is the goddess of harvest. Abal is a Baga fertility goddess, and Nimba, well, Empress fertility, and Nimba is her living spiritual healing mask. So I'll show you that. You can see that. Together they embody the sacred feminine and abundance. That is big Empress energy as well, isn't it? Right, the guidance says, give thanks, you are being blessed. It is harvest time. Pray attention. A season of great harvest is a season of great epiphanies. You are prospering. Harvest is when you reap the blessings that you have sown. The harvest is not just the fulfillment of your dreams, but the creation of them. Your thoughts, your imagination, the blessing of you being here another day on this earth, that is all harvest. What seeds of generosity, love, support, and goodwill can you sow in your community to create a bountiful harvest for all? The declaration says we are always prospering. That is strong Empress energy, isn't it? And I just need to look back in the book. There was something else that came up. Okay, now it's just the connection with the King of Pentacles as well. Okay, so lastly, the one that I can't pronounce, I'm gonna say it's in Kosazana or in Kosazana, and I'm butchering the hell out of that, but so celestial alignment. It doesn't give me a clue in the book how to say it properly. Goddess of celestial alignment. She is the healer of healers and the teacher of teachers, whose love for humanity makes the corn grow. She dwells in foamy waters but is known as the heavenly princess. As above, so below is celestial alignment. The guidance says your natural path is to be in alignment with your own divinity. No one can take from you what they didn't give you. How do you want to feel? You often think about what you want, but goddess energy speaks to us in feelings. Celestial alignment is being in sync with the energetic feeling, the frequency of the sacred. Everything that you desire is in that frequency. Match it with your feelings. That is the energy of God/goddess. And the declaration says, I'm always being guided in the right direction. So that again is like a spiritual team assisting you in whatever you're trying to create, grow. You know, the King of Pentacles is a card of growth, isn't it, as well? So let's clarify that King of Pentacles for you first of all. I don't know if you can see the bottom of that. I can't. Something's blocking it. Okay, yeah, I think that's okay. So King of Pentacles first of all. You've got the Hanged Man, the Nine of Wands, The Emperor. Okay, I think this has reminded me now what I was thinking initially that I forgot when I started reading the messages. About resilience, and if you can't see the results of your labor yet, you know, it will come. We have the Five of Wands. So right, for the King of Pentacles, let me get something for the Emperor here. So for the Emperor, we've got the Four of Swords, Wheel of Fortune, Six of Swords. The term that's coming to mind with the Emperor is rest easy. Am I having deja vu with you, Taurus, where there was a reading where I said, I feel like it was you not long ago, where I said you've done everything you can, although the circumstances were different that time. In the previous reading, I think it was the same sentiment, but the circumstances were different. You know, like in the previous one, I mean, it could be similar here, but it was like, say, an example I would give is if you were in a relationship with someone, or say even if it was a family member and you were trying to help them, and I was sort of saying you've done everything. I think it was you. It was either you or Gemini. And I was like, you've done everything you can. You did everything you could. There was nothing more you could have done. It's giving this vibe again, but this is more along the lines of whatever you've been trying to grow, create, invest in, where you may not yet be seeing the fruits of your labor, and you're like, well, what else can I do? It's kind of like, I think you've kind of done everything you can at present. You know, you've put in the effort, you've been resilient, you've learned as you've gone along with that Hanged Man there. It's like you've kind of done everything you can. You've done everything to plan, and now all you can do is kind of sit back and allow the results to come in, basically. And that you may find that challenging. You may be so eager for results on something that it's just like, oh well, I need to do more. There's something else I feel like I need to do to make this happen. And it's like, well, you've done all you can. You know, what more do you think you can do? You've got the backing of your spiritual team. You've put in the effort. It's aligned. It's just patience. Let's get something for that Five of Wands. And I think the Queen of Pentacles would be patient and she would be grounded. But let's get one more. So whatever the situation is. So Eight of Wands and Justice. I think it's a challenge to sort of wait sometimes, isn't it? Where, especially if you've worked really hard and you've literally done everything you can, and it just seems to be taking a long time to come in. You just think, well, how can this possibly go the way I want it to if I've done everything right, and it just still seems like it's not coming together yet. That feeling in itself can be overwhelming. So yeah, as I said, I think patience is important here. And with the moon showing up, that is usually an indicator that are things that you don't know that are going on behind the scenes, or a need to be prepared for the unknown as well. So it could be anything. It could be business related, with it being the King of Pentacles. It could be finance related. There could be something to do with your home or a home involved here as well, with it being the King of Pentacles. And especially in business as well, it's bloody hard growing a business. Not that I'm an expert in it, but sometimes it can take forever just to sell something or to get recognition, you know. Or in career plans as well, that can be a long process to kind of get to where you want to go. So yeah, patience, I think. I mean, patience has come up with Temperance as well. Even the Hanged Man is I mean, it's a surrender energy as well, isn't it? Sacrifice and surrender can come up with that too. Even the Empress to me almost feels like patience being required. But let's look at the moon for you. If there's anything missing, if that moon is also representative of what's missing, whatever's missing can help things get more into alignment. Right, let's look at the moon properly. Right, Page of Pentacles. Eight of Wands again. Right, this one was first. Two of Pentacles, the Devil. It looks like worry, that moon card. It looks like quite a bit of worry. And again, that energy of have I done enough? So we'll take the Judgment reverse, yeah. Because you've got the Page of Pentacles there. So yeah, as I say, for me, it feels like questioning if you've done enough, to be honest. And then the Eight of Wands, the Two of Pentacles, the Devil, is the worry of over whether you've done enough or not. Why is the Judgment card in reverse, please? Okay, yeah, so it feels like it's just sort of the wonder of if it's going to work out. If you've made the right choices, the right decisions, if it was a good idea, if your judgment is on point, if it's going to go in your favor. Let's get one more for that Judgment card. And get two. Yeah, pretty much if it's going to go in your favor or not, yay or nay kind of energy. But it's a bit of worry because the moon can be fierce as well, can't it? So let's take these out of the picture. And let's look at the Empress energy. I'm not seeing anything yet that tells me that you haven't, that there's anything more you need to do, but we'll see. So Empress. I kind of feel like the Empress. So as I say, it can be like that divine spiritual support, but it's also the feeling of you've nurtured the hell out of this, whatever this is. It could even be a literal child, actually. And there's a connection to a child here and the growth of a child and development of a child and how they turn out as an adult or a teen. Another thing that's coming to mind, actually, you know, I think the GCSE exam results are coming in soon. And it's even making me think of a parent worrying about, oh my God, did I do enough to help them? Did I get them the right tutoring, blah, 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 to help them to get the exam results that they want? Whether it is, I think, is it GCSE? You know what? I don't know why I thought that, because the time has passed for that. August. Oh yeah, August. You know, I literally forgot what month we were in then. But yeah, the results, it's like as a parent wondering if you've done enough, or even as a student, much less a parent, like a university student or something, wondering, have I done enough to get the result I want? But it looks like you've nurtured the hell out of it with the Empress there. Anything else? Queen of Cups. I feel like that's kind of like where you've put your heart and soul. It's a nurturing energy again, but like you've put your heart and soul into it, whatever it is. And let's see, what else do we need to know here? It feels like you've given it your all. You've given it your heart. You've given it your soul. You've given it your mind. Thoroughness comes to mind with the King of Swords. Thoroughness, that you've been thorough with it. Considered all the mentally all of the things that are involved or that are needed. That would be like paperwork, legalities, all sorts. Anything else? All right, this came. Oh, this message again. I don't know who it was that got this like a month or so ago. There's that meme from, is it Gypsy Rose Lee? The play, the film or the play. I think it's from a remake film that they did of to do with Gypsy Rose Lee, and the mother's singing that song about all this work and what did it get me. And that Four of Cups is given that vibe where, as I say, it's like you've put your everything, you're all into this, but you're sitting there thinking, oh God, was it enough? Was it enough? Let's get one for the Four of Cups. Four of Swords. Anything else? Still feels like, did I do enough or did I slack off kind of energy? Ace of Wands. It's an energy of just really wanting it to work out with the Ace of Wands. But it's like almost criticizing yourself a bit. You know, like if you did an exam and you did it, you were excellent in the exam, but you thought, oh, but I spelt one word wrong or something, or I got that one sentence wrong or one name wrong. And it's like, it's not enough to make a huge difference to where you pass or fail or anything, but it's perfectionism, I think is the word. And there's no Virgo energy here at present, is there? But I'm getting perfectionism. But yeah, just wondering if it was enough. Strength. Why is the Strength card there, please? I would say one thing that comes to mind is that you were really resilient and kept going with it. So with that Knight of Swords, I get a determined energy, and it's like an energy of being determined to figure out everything that needs to be done, and any challenge that came up, any problem that came up, it was like, yeah, I'm going to figure out the truth behind this and how to make it right and how to get it right. And with the Magician there as well. So as I say, it's like you've nurtured the hell out of it, whatever it is you were doing, whether it was a relationship, a business, literal exams, whatever it is. Right, Page of Cups. Why is the Page of Cups there, please? Why is the Page of Cups there? So Page of Cups, please. What do we need to know about that? So there it is again. The Empress, the Star, the High Priestess, the Four of Wands. Oh, okay, I think, yeah, that last card did it for me. I think it's about trusting. You need to trust that you've done enough, or that you're doing enough, because you might still be doing, actually. You might still be in the process of doing, rather than that it's all complete. Trust that you're doing enough. And this Page of Cups for me, this has come up a couple of times today, especially with the Three of Cups. I wasn't certain until that Three of Cups came out there. It's about the balance between work and play. It's like you've done all the work, or you're doing all the work, but remember to play as well. Oh, which message was it now? Because something really important came out in that as well. I think it was one of the postcards from Spirit that I'll be using at the end. There was something where it said, I can't remember which card it is because they're not titled, about there's a time, something along the lines of being a time for work and a time for play, you know, like the ebb and flow. And then once you've done all the work, or you're doing all the work, you have to remember to relax and have fun as well, because that's when the magic happens. It was along those lines. So you may get that when I do those. But yeah, it's that you've, as I said, you've nurtured the hell out of it. You've followed your whatever dream you had, whatever aspiration you had. You've trusted your intuition. You've built the foundation. You've worked on it. There's some degree of success or potential for great success, and it's time to play as well. You know, don't be all work. You have to play too. Let's get you some. Let's get you a card of advice. Sorry, a future card, potential future energies, and a card of advice as well. I can't talk. That might be your excitement. I'm getting competition as well. So I don't know if somebody was involved in a competition or is involved in some kind of competition, and that's what this is all about. Like reaping the rewards or harvest of a competition. Potential future, please. We have Five of Swords. Which way? Up. Okay. Knight of Pentacles and guidance for you. Ace of Swords, Page of Swords. Well, that's an interesting combination. So, with the Five of Swords and the Knight of Pentacles, I think it's an indicator that there still will be challenges that come up. But I think you've got the level of perseverance, commitment and dedication to keep going. Let's get some clarifiers on that for you. So for the Five of Swords and the Knight of Pentacles, Ten of Cups in reverse, that means that there is the potential for it to bring great satisfaction and happiness, but it's gonna, yeah. Okay. Let me see what else comes out here. I think you've done enough that you need to do for now, or you're doing enough that you need to do for now. But there will be more challenges in the future. Part of the challenge could still be feeling like you're not doing enough or you haven't done enough, to be honest. That could be part of the challenge, because the Five of Swords for me sometimes can come up as an ego thing. And I guess part of the ego is, it's control, isn't it? Wanting to control the outcome of things. And yeah, you might be thinking, oh, well, if I just do more of this or more of that, it'll give me the exact outcome I want. That might be a bit of ego coming through, where it's like, no, you've done what you can. So you've got the Seven of Swords, anything else? And the Death card, okay. When I see the Knight of Swords and the Seven of Swords together, it makes me think of the need to be honest, either to yourself or to someone else about something. Let's get one for the Death card. Knight of Wands, the Tower. You may be worried in the future if it isn't, if you still feel it isn't where you want it. God, that's a lot. That's all of that. I don't know if I want to take all of that. I'm going to try that again. Yeah, I'm going to try that again. That was too many. What was I saying now? In the future, you might be worried if things aren't going exactly the way you want it. You might all kind of be thinking about going in a new direction, to be honest. But as I say, it looks like you're on the right track and you've done what you need to do. I mean, there's nothing wrong if things really don't go the way you want it and you've given it all you've got and as much time as you feel like you need to. There's nothing wrong with changing direction. But as I say, it just feels like you've done or are doing enough at this point. Let's get one for the Knight of Swords and the Seven of Swords together. The potential for happiness is there, for it to bring you happiness is there. You've got the Magician, you've got the skills, you could be still honing your skills, but you've got the ability and the skills or the potential to make things work the way you want it to go in your favour. Knight of Swords, Seven of Swords. Why am I getting so many? I will take these. Right, Ten of Swords, King of Wands, Queen of Wands, the Fool. Oh, okay. So that goes again back to that whole new direction thing where in the future you might need to be honest with yourself about whether you want to continue as you are or if it feels like it's just really not going in your favour and it's too much and you want to start anew, to be honest. Okay. So it's going to be different for each of you. It will be different for each of you, whether you feel you want to continue as you are or wait to reap the rewards, or if you feel like, nah, it's just not what I want, so I'd rather cut my losses and change direction. Okay. Let me look at the guidance for you. And obviously it depends on your individual circumstances and what this is for you as well, doesn't it? But as I say, at present, it looks like you're doing the best you can. So from that perspective, I don't think there's much more that you can... There's not much more that needs to be done for now. Let's look at the Ace of Swords and Page of Swords as the guidance. I'd say there's a need for clarity, to see things clearly, and more information is needed, or it's the need to wait for things to progress. So you've got the Six of Cups, the Eight of Pentacles. To me, that shows that you've already put effort in. And then there's there's that questioning of if it's worth it or not, if it's a dream worth pursuing, continuing with. Ace of Cups. Well, there's a lot of feelings cards here. I'd say there's a need to get clear. I'd say be patient, but there's a need to get clear on to reassess how you feel about it. Probably more so in the future, now as well, but more so in the future. Reassess how you feel about it if you really feel like it's worth it. Okay. But as I say, again, I'll just repeat for the last time, I think you've done enough, or you've been doing enough. And there will be a harvest one way or another, whether it means that you get the harvest here or you have to do a little bit of realignment to get the harvest that you want. I'm going to wrap it up with a message from the postcards from Spirit deck and see what comes up for you. So from the postcards from Spirit deck, what do we need to know? Right, that one's flown across the room, so just bear with me. Oh my, wow, okay. Interesting. So the card you have says, dearest you, dear you, it might be hard to believe you'll ever get to where you want to go, feel the way you want to feel, and find peace and security, but you can. There's lots to celebrate in this life, but first you need to let go of this attachment to achieving certain results. It is easy to get caught in the endless loop of wanting this or that so you can feel safe. The only way out is to surrender the attachment. Empty yourself so you can be filled with something new. The compulsion will be lifted and peace will come. Trust that something better waits, that something new will open up and you will see new opportunities for fulfillment. The truth is, whenever you get into the loop, what you are really looking for is spirit. That connection is where the power, the peace, and the purpose lies. Everything else follows after that. Give yourself a hug. We've got you. Loving you so, so much. I think that wraps that up quite nicely. And then as we're hearing surrender, the Hanged Man is right in front of us. Yeah, I don't really have anything to add to that, to be honest. I think that message wrapped it up quite nicely. So I'm going to leave it there. I hope that the rest of August is good for you, or great for you, hopefully. Thank you for watching the video. Take care.